Hello everyone, this is Harminder Singh Suri from Jetset Immigration, and first of all, a very happy new year to all of you. I hope 2021 is a good year for Canadian immigration. I hope a lot of people are able to either immigrate or come here as temporary residents. You know, it's been a long time. A lot of people are waiting to just get to Canada. I just hope it happens in 2021. So in this video, I am going to tell you about how family members of temporary residents can come to Canada. You know, a lot of people are asking me, Harminder, at this time, can we apply for a visitor visa? Well, yes, you can apply, but are they going to pick up your file right now? The answer is yes and no. No for most people. Yes for people who are immediate family members of either permanent residents or temporary workers or temporary residents. You know, by temporary residents, I primarily mean people who are here on a work permit or on a study permit. So if you're an immediate family member of either of these two, then you have good chances. Well, you know, hold on. You know, I'm going to tell you who is exactly going to qualify. Not all the immediate family members are going to qualify. There is a catch to it. So the catch here is that, you know, primarily there are two grounds. Yeah, you know, number one is that you can come here on compassionate grounds. Number two would be that if you have a work permit, right, or you have a study permit or something, right. Those are the two grounds. Now, talking about the first ground. So let's say you have been approved for a work permit. You're sitting there in your country, and you got a letter from the employer, you got an LMIA approved, and you got the work permit approved also, and you just have to land here and start your job. So that way, yes, you're able to come here, right? And let's say you have a study permit that got approved. So in any approval case, you are able to come to Canada. The second situation is compassionate grounds. There's a little that's a little tricky. You know, compassionate here means that either your family member is sick, or you know, someone passed away, or maybe someone is having a baby. You know, in that case, you know, they are able to invite their mother-in-law or their father-in-law along with the mother-in-law. What's the mother-in-law going to do without the father-in-law, right? So yeah, in those situations, you're able to invite your immediate family members, you know. And also for spouses, you know, spouses who have been without their partners for over a year because of the pandemic, right? They couldn't meet, or you know, none of them could fly to see each other. So in that situation, also you can invite your spouse here. Now that is about qualifying as a visitor, right? So that's the first step. You need to know what the situation is, and then on the basis of that, you're going to apply. So let's say you've applied. Now, after you apply, you need to have an RFL. Sorry, did I say RFL? What I meant to say was FRL. So that stands for Family Reunification Letter. So you have to have that from RCIC. So what you're going to do is you're going to write a letter to RCIC saying, hey, you know, this is a condition, my wife is having a baby and she needs my support, so I need to go there, yada yada yada. And they are then going to look at the situation, right, with their glasses. Yeah, this person really needs to be here, approved. All right. So this is how they're going to do it, right? They're going to look at all the situations and then approve them on the basis of priority, right? So that's what you need to have. And after you get the FRL, they're going to start processing the application. But before that, they're not going to process the application. The applications are just going to sit there, right? So I know a lot of people are applying for visitor visas these days, but hey, you don't know when those applications are going to get picked, right? And I'm not really sure of how long they're going to wait for the decision. And let's say it takes 9 months for them to start processing them. By that time, you would have actually made the reason for travel invalid. Let's say you're submitting a visitor visa application saying you want to visit a family member because of some occasion. If they start processing the application after 9 months, that reason is not going to be valid anymore, right? So there are chances that the visitor visa application may get refused. So if you are or were going to apply for a visitor visa, I would suggest hold on to it. We're gonna let you know when everything is open and when they are when they start processing applications. Do it when it is the right time, right? Applying now and hoping that it will get approved is not a good thing right now, right? So you're increasing your chances of a refusal. So don't do that, okay? Now, that was about, bringing in the immediate family members of temporary residents. Now, let me tell you what checklist you must look at before you travel. Let's say you get approved. Congratulations. Let's say you get approved. What is it that you need to keep in mind before you travel to Canada? So here's the checklist on the screen. So this is your airport checklist. IRCC says you should not book a flight to Canada until you get your written authorization. Remember, I had mentioned about the authorization from IRCC, the FRL, Family Reunification Letter, and so that's what you need to have. And it says if you're traveling from any country outside the U.S. in order to board your flight, you need to have a valid visitor visa or an ETA. ETA is for visa exempt countries like Japan or Europe, or there's a long list. And you must have a valid passport. Hey, double check the expiry date of the passport. If it is closer to 1 year, then I would recommend getting it renewed. The longer your passport is valid, the longer you'll get the visa for. Number 3 is to tell the airline that you're exempt from travel restrictions. The airline needs to know that you're exempt. There's an important point coming up, so pay attention to this. So the next one is to show the immigration officer that you're coming for an essential reason. If they find you're traveling for an optional or discretionary reason, you will be refused. Optional or discretionary reason. Now I'm going to put a link in the description box below for you to read up on optional or discretionary reason. But you got to be truthful in your application, right? You can't change the reason for travel when you arrive at the airport. You can't say in the application that I'm coming here to attend a marriage, and then at the airport you say, oh, my family member is sick. both are contradictory reasons. The next one is to have your health checked by airline officials to confirm that you do not have any symptoms of COVID-19, such as fever, a cough, and difficulty breathing. So you got to be free of all these symptoms. This is the important point I was talking about, which comes next. It says, airline personnel in your home country will also assess your eligibility to travel. If they send you to Canada and the border officials find that you were improperly documented, then they can charge the airline $3,200 Canadian in administrative fees. So no airline is going to take that hit for you. So you have to remain truthful, and then know that the airline is also going to assess you. They're going to ask you a few questions to make sure that your travel is absolutely necessary. And last but not the least, you will also have to show officials that you have a 14-day quarantine plan and have the ArriveCan app. Now, this is an app that you would need to download on your phone before you come to Canada. So soon, Canada will also make it mandatory for you to provide a negative COVID-19 test. So be prepared for that. This can be asked very soon. Starting this month, they could start asking for a negative COVID-19 test. So that's that about bringing family members of temporary residents into Canada. If you still have questions, then make sure you mention that in the comment box below, and I will try to answer those questions for you. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I am going to bring a lot of updates related to Canada immigration. Hey, 2021 is going to be a big year. I just hope it is. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again with another video.